estamos. Y ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days and it's been weeks, and he hasn't said anything. Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the best, basically fight for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! Porque la Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.
How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice News. How's everybody doing? Good morning to everybody. Good evening. Good evening to everybody. The volume. What's going on with the volume? Always the volume, man. Always the volume. Share this video so we can start censorship on YouTube, on Facebook, on everything, man. It's just ridiculous. There's nothing else just to laugh, man. Esto está risa. How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. Let's thank God for giving us 2 legs, 2 arms, a mind that we can think, a heart that we can feel, and eyes that we can see. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining. Share this video so we can start. Now, before we get to the situation in the migrant situation, what is occurring around our country, another trailer, a 53-foot trailer was caught with 120 some plus migrants inside of it. And also they caught the leaders, the coyotes. But these people, they're ruthless, man. They don't care about other people's lives. They don't care about other people's lives. They don't care about, the question of them. How is, if they're going to survive their journey as they're moving from the south to the north. It is just unbelievable. So I will get to that news also. We're going to get also to another topic, that why are Central Americans migrating, and what is their, why are these nonprofit organizations and these activists teaching the Central American people on the loopholes that they are in the immigration, in the United States of America. And ultimately, the main news that is breaking news for everybody: more than 1,000 people from Haiti have arrived to the border of Tapachula in Mexico. That is breaking news for everybody that is watching. We have pictures, and also later on this afternoon, I will play some video of them arriving, more than 1,000, as the border of Suscríbete in Mexico. It is open again for everybody. that kind of, was on the assumption that the border in Mexico was protected. It is not. So they're trying to figure it out in agreement, because the United States is saying, let's protect the borders. Let's protect all the borders. Let's militarize the borders. That's what Jen Psaki has said. But unfortunately, it's all about the money. So, the Mexican government, as Guatemala government, as the Honduras government, as the El Salvador government, they're saying, okay, you want us to stop this migration, but it's going to cost us some money to do that. For us, it's real easy to let them flow. So they're waiting for the $4 trillion to be released. Everybody's waiting on those $4 trillion, man. This is ridiculous. But first and foremost, I want to say something that I've been saying for quite some time. As before the year 2020, I started saying this, and it was not a speculation. QAnon-y, like, the leftists say, that's so QAnon-y. I don't even believe in that. But, I was saying this for just a whole year. In the 2020, I was saying completely this. As soon as everything is calm with the pandemic, and as soon everything is regulated with the shot, the BACC shot for the virus, as soon as everything is regulated, you're going to have a shot card, or they're going to give you an ID. And that is going to eventually be your pass if they want to let you travel or not. And I was telling you guys, they're going to start doing this. They're going to start doing this. They're going to start regulating people. Before I go, buy me a coffee. The link is up right here in my page. There is the link. If people want to support my work, buy me a coffee is right there on the top of the link. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Buy me a coffee right there. So let's get right into the topic. So guess what? Guess what happened? And it just happened. So this happened. And I will read it, because reading an article, I believe that it's not a problem with YouTube Manager. I believe that we don't have a problem with that. So it's reading an article. According to NPR, that is from the KPBS. This is where everybody says, vaccinated U.S. travelers will be allowed to visit Europe again starting this summer. And it says right here, American tourists who have been fully vaccinated will be allowed to visit European Union this summer, according to officials in Brussels. Ursula von der Leyen, president of the European Commission, said that she expects all 27 United States members, European Union members states, will accept travelers who receive COVID-19 vaccines that the European Medicines Agency has been approved. That is the World Health Organization. That will include the 3 vaccines that have been authorized for use in the United States as Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, and Pfizer BioNTech. She quoted this will enable free movement and travel to the European Union. Now, let's not get a little bit upset about this, because there was regulations before. There was regulations before when you used to travel to Europe. Sometimes they used to ask you for your vaccine, hepatitis, all of this other, viruses that, also they ask you for a shot card when you travel. In Mexico, they used to ask for it. Now they don't ask for it. But, they were asking it when you were traveling to Asia or, Europe. But this is different. Let's find out. That is the homework that I'm leaving today. Let's find out what is the difference between the past, regulations on the shot card and the new regulations because of the COVID virus. That is the difference now. That is the because of the Wu virus. That is the difference. When we find out what is the regulations, we will understand if it is a matter of control or it's a matter of just being regulated. And as I told you guys, things are going to change a lot. I've been telling you guys that there was going to be an ID to travel. And yes, somebody saying shot card, are we dogs? I cannot say consistently the terminology for, and I will say it for once for you, Miss Kathy Louise, vaccination card. I cannot say that consistently, or the feed will be frozen, or they will drop the feed, or I will get sanctioned. I'm using other terminologies, other terms, for you guys to understand. Hope that you guys can understand this. So I was telling you guys during the year 2020 that they were going to be using a particular ID for you to travel. And this is just the start. I'm not speculating, but this is going to be happening. Your card is going to have every information about your life. And as you're going to have every information about your life. Eventually, they're going to know if you owe credit, if you have credit, and what is your credit balance, if you're eligible to travel, if you are going to travel today, if you are eligible to travel today, tomorrow, the next month. It's just amazing. So this is actually, I'm not going to say control because it's a really delicate subject now to talk about it in social media. But, for everybody to understand, United States citizens, they are going to be required the vaccination card that basically says if you already been vaccinated once or two. So if you already been, the first phase of the vaccine, they're going to let you travel. Second phase, they're going to let you travel. But if you haven't been vaccinated, they are not going to let you travel. According to the European Union, and also according to the leader of the European Union, that her name is Ursula von der Leyen, president of the European Commission. So, just for everybody to understand, I hope that this goes both ways. I hope that the United States of America, if they are going to be demanded as the same to travel to Europe, is my understanding that is, the United States is going to ask for the same process also. For Europeans to travel to the United States, they're, it's obvious they're going to need their card also. So I hope that it goes both ways, because if it goes only one way, well, how is the security factor is going to affect the United States if Europeans are continuously traveling to the United States of America, or say it in language, folkloric, the West Hemisphere. So for everybody to understand, here it comes. This is, if you want to go to Italy or if you want to go to Spain, go watch a Real Madrid football game, soccer game, you need your card, man. Other than that, you're not going to be eligible to travel. So it is on you guys. Let's get right on the topic. This happened a couple days ago, and these are the insecurities. I just don't know where and when it's going to stop. I just don't know when and where it's going to stop. And my God, these articles have so many ads. It's just ridiculous. Let me just release right here the articles right here. This was on Sunday, April 25th. The 25th. April 25th. On Sunday, April 25th. Now, after all the fiasco and the shenanigans that happened on Saturday over here at the migrant camp, and that we already did a broadcast about it, and all the shenanigans that happened on the border when the migrants were protesting and they closed 4 lanes of the Sentry lane because they were protesting, and then the merchants and the vendors just kicked them out, and they went back to the migrant camp. This is actually happening in our country, all around our country, and this is continuous, people. My God, that coffee is so good. This is on a daily basis. This is just one of the so many semi-tractors with a 53-foot trailer that gets caught. So right here, this article that it was released by El Sol de Mexico, it was released on Sunday, April 25th. That they say that they found 124 migrants hiding at a trailer in the state of Nuevo León. Nuevo León is a border that is connected to Texas, and part of it is connected, it's connected to Texas and a little bit to Laredo, close to Laredo, Texas. So this is, something that is happening continuous. The most, this is the worst thing, people. These coyotes and these, organized groups, they don't care about people's lives. You guys have seen it in multiple videos that this is continuously happening. Imagine 124 migrants on the back of a trailer from the south, from all the way to Tapachula. That later on I will show you a map of how far away Tapachula is from Nuevo León. And traveling inside. So the article it was written by David Casas, that is the court to El Sol de Mexico, and it says right here, the authorities detected 124 migrants from Central America that they were being transported, hiding in a tractor trailer in the part of Nuevo León. The municipal police detained the people that they were transported. The group of migrants and minors. Specify how many minors they were in this group. Left the United activist or not saying anything. The these are strong in Nuevo León. Can anybody hear me right there? Are we good now? Can you guys watch me now? Can you guys see me? Okay. So let us go back. Sorry, this is it's not my fault, people. It is not my fault. This is I'm not going to criticize the platform because I'm going to get more censored. So let us go back to what we were talking about. 124 migrants that they were found on this tractor trailer right here on a Sunday. It was reported on the 25th of April. And the report says of the 124 migrants, 109 of them were from Honduras. 9 of them were from Guatemala. 6 of them were from El Salvador. And the other ones were minors. Imagine this, man. Imagine you're riding on a bus, on a behind of a trailer, close trailer. No respiration, no nothing. In the middle of boxes and all that kind of stuff. With 109 migrants, adults from Honduras, that God knows who they are. 9 of them from Guatemala, that God knows who they are. 6 of them from El Salvador, that, nobody knows who they are. And the other ones are minors. Imagine you're a minor. You're 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, and you're traveling under these circumstances. These are the kind of things that the left in the United States of America does not show. They don't want to show it specifically because they know that this does not fit their narrative. This, an irregular migration, a broken system that is the globalist compact of immigration that does not work. This globalist compact of immigration that it was made to destroy sovereign nations and to destroy ultimately a border. This globalist compact of immigration that puts migrants traveling on back of a trailer with minors. This globalist compact of immigration that has more than 18,000 minors traveling unaccompanied minors in the United States of America. This globalist compact of immigration that had more than 170,000 illegal entrances on the month of March. This globalist compact that continuously has the organized crime operating in our country of Mexico, taking advantage of migrants, sadly, using them as a business now because the refugee and asylum claims of human beings to the United States of America is the most lucrative business right now in the world. This globalist compact, the left does not mention it at all. They don't mention it at all because they are bowing to Papi Soros. Yes, Papi Soros. Whatever you say, Papi Soros. Yes, Papi Soros, you are the master, Papi Soros. Imagine this. It's so unfortunate. Now, to look at this incident right here. And a lot of people are asking, and they have been asking for the longest of time, who is teaching the migrants and telling them, hey, you can come, do this, you can come, do that, you can come, try to do it this way, try to do it that way. The Center of Immigration Studies released this document. I believe that it's extremely important that you guys read this document. It's extremely important that every U.S. citizen starts reading about your immigration laws. There's a lot of people in the United States that they're complaining about this immigration of influx, but they do not read their immigration laws. They're only under the assumption that people are coming and all of them, they're going to enter. No, go to us.gov and also read about immigration, read about who classifies and who qualifies for asylum and refugee, so you don't start speculating, exacerbating, and ultimately damaging, the terminology migrant. It is what it is, people. Don't get into your feelings. But this is extremely important that people start, people start listening and people start to understand what is and how they know how to cheat and how to cheat, or how to apply and how to go around the law and apply behind the law. Because this is not only, we have seen it being taught by nonprofit organizations and ultimately by Americans, that they're coming and teaching them how to do things, the other way. And, this is a document that I suggest that you guys really read. It was released by the Center for Immigration Studies. Low immigration, pro-immigrant, it says on the top. And it says, why are Central Americans migrants entering illegally? Part 2. There's part 1 and part 2. I suggest that you read both of the parts, part 1 and part 2. And it says right here on the bottom, it was written by Andrew R. Arthur on April 26th of 2021. I will read you these points because these are really important points of what you guys don't understand. Why these people are migrating behind a tractor trailer, under the assumption that they get to the border and they're like, aha, this is going to be easy. I'm just going to do this, that. And, you remember that activist that I confronted or that I talked to one time that he said, hold on a minute, Oscar. Let me put you a hypothetical scenario, totally hypothetical. So if the only way for you to escape, the terrors and, somebody is trying to assassinate you with a gun and and all that stuff, is for you to forge a marriage. The only way is for you to forge a marriage to rescue your family and all. You're saying to me that that's not right? How do you know? How do you know that that is the way? How do you know that that is the way that you have to pamper and how to pander the immigration law? How do you know that you're trying to make the immigration law so weak that you are using the suffering part to cheat on behind it? You know that? So it's really important that you guys start reading about it. So it says right here, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. I will read them as fast as possible, and we will do an analysis. So it says migrants enter illegally for many different reasons. Push factors such as poverty, crime, and corruption. That is an actual fact. That is an actual fact. In their home countries, definitely give them an impetus to leave. That is factual. Yeah, it is. A review of patterns of illegal entry, and in a particular illegal entry by unaccompanied children and families, however, reveals that the U.S. laws and policies have created much stronger pull factors which encourage those migrants to leave their homes and enter illegally because of the fake families and the unaccompanied minors. You know how they are basically now using children? I didn't say it. The Canciller of Mexico, Marcelo Ebrard, said it. The Canciller of Mexico, Marcelo Ebrard of International Relations, said it. He said migrants are using children to get to the United States of America. This is an article written by the Central American, the Center of Immigration Studies. Now let's go to point number 3. It says the illegal journey to the United States does not undermine our sovereignty. It takes a significant human toll on migrants, and in particular migrant children on both sides of the border. Point number 3. Congress and Biden administration can and should close those legal and policy loopholes. Look who's saying it. Nobody's, this is not your average typical Joe saying it. Me, a Mexican broadcaster saying it. This is not another, a freelancer saying it. This is the Center of Immigration Studies saying this. Congress and the Biden administration can and should close those legal and policy loopholes because there's a lot of trafficking, which take us to the other point. This says the legislative branch can amend the 2008 Trafficking Victims Protection Reauthorization to allow for the swift repatriation of all unaccompanied children who don't have asylum claims and haven't been trafficked, as President Obama requested in 2014. It's a lot of trafficking of children. The other one says, and sorry for people that they are, sorry of my accent. Sorry, the Daily Beast, of my Mexican accent. I'm so, una disculpa. I apologize to you guys. The next point, it says, Congress can roll back judicial interpretations of the Florida settlement agreement. That is the settlement that is causing a lot of problems. It says, as a bipartisan federal panel recommended in 2019 to make a clear agreement applies only to detention of unaccompanied children as it was originally interpreted to do. In the next one, it says, and the Biden administration can either detain all arriving aliens who claim a fair return until the asylum claims can be adjusted, or return those migrants back to Mexico to wait their court dates, as the Trump administration did in the MPP process. This is the Central of Immigration Studies. Is the Central of Immigration Studies. It's not, it's not John, Juan, Oscar, no, this is the Central of Immigration Studies that is saying how to do things to the Biden administration. So look at it. This last point is really important. It says, and the Biden administration can either detain all arriving aliens. Look at the terminology, aliens, which now the Biden administration is trying to take away. They're trying to take away illegal alien. While trying to take away illegal alien for the number one purpose, to eliminate the illegal entry into the United States of America, which is a crime to enter illegally to another country. That is a federal crime. If you eliminate the term illegal alien, so such crime that is a federal crime will not exist in the future. So illegal alien illegal entry will be eliminated. Illegal re-entry, that is, again, if you're entering again illegally, it will be eliminated. Why? Because they're trying to eliminate the terminology illegal alien. Got you right there, huh? And it says right here, the Biden administration can either detain all arriving aliens who claim a fear to return until the asylum claims can be adjudicated as Section 235, or return those migrants back to Mexico and await their court dates, as the Trump administration did, the MPP, which is not, the second one is not profitable for us and Mexicans. Why? Because we are the ones that need to be taking care of all of that when they get returned back. So it's Mexico taking care of another problem. Huge. So the question is, why does not Mexico get out of the globalist compact of immigration? If they don't want that problem, get out and start doing another regulated process of immigration. Remember when this started, people? This AMLO did not start it. Enrique Peña Nieto did not start this. The president that started these globalist agreements was Barack Obama in 2014. That it was the president of the United States of America. He was the one that started trying to get the globalist compact of immigration into the country of the United States of America. It pushed with a global agreement, Enrique Peña Nieto, that past president of Mexico. From there, it trickled to, AMLO. AMLO had to be pushed and signed, and he signed this globalist compact. Erroneously, he signed it. So all of this that I'm telling you is from the Central of Immigration Studies. Now, the last point, look at this. Only by making these three steps will Congress and the administration be able to alleviate the suffering at the southwest border and the suffering that the American people don't see on the trip of the United States of America. Yes, it is a suffering. Yes, it is horrendous, the trip. Yes, it is not easy. Yes, the migrants suffer a lot when they are traveling from the south all the way to the north, which takes me to the next question to all of these leftists. If the migrants, if you're saying they're suffering, if you're saying that the road that the road to get to the north is so difficult, if the migrants are being taken advantage, raped, kidnapped, and all of it, and traveled, as I just shown you, the back 50-foot trailer, when you got minors, unaccompanied minors, in the back of a 53-foot trailer, why are we pushing for a globalist compact of immigration then? Where's the United Nations then? Where is it? Question mark. If you're saying that this immigration factor of influx migrating through countries, through seas, through deserts, through mountains, it is horrible for the migrants, why are we pushing a globalist compact of immigration then? Why are we still on that? So there needs to be an immigration reform and a better process for people to not migrate in these horrible conditions and to better their infrastructure in their own countries so they will have better economy, better jobs, better border security, and ultimately they will have a better opportunity of life in their country. Isn't that the way that it's supposed to be? You think people want to leave their families in Guatemala? They want to leave their family in Honduras. They want to leave their family in El Salvador. They want to leave their family in Mexico. But if you attack the corruption and the factors that let's go by countries. In Mexico, the cartel, number one, we're number one for cartel activity, number two for child trafficking, and number two for killings of women in the world, Mexico. And we have 5 cities on the top 5 for violence and delinquents. I repeat it, and I have been repeating that since 2018, 2019, 2020, and it's 2021. Imagine I have been repeating that for 3 years and a half. Now, imagine if I have been repeating it for 3 years and a half, and you're like, Oscar, that was in 2018. It's still continuing, my buddy. Oscar, that was in 2020. We still have 5 cities on the top 5. Oscar, that was in 2020, and now it's 2021. We still have 5 cities on the top 5, man. So for people to stop migrating, God's sake, where is the cancer? The delinquent, the poverty, the corruption. It is a trickle domino effect that is exactly the same. Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, the same situation that we're having right here in Mexico. It's the same situation in Central America. My God, people, for everybody that is watching, I love my land. I love my country. For me, it is the best country in the world. Mexico is the best for me. Mexico will be a number 1 first-class world country if all the corruption and the cartels would not be existing right now. Has enormous potential and enormous talents on our youth to take over the world. But we have so much corruption. We have the cartel activity and now the cartel culture that is the one that is educating our youth and our young people to do violence, to do delinquents, and to do mistakes and mistakes under mistakes and mistakes. And because of that, and because of the enormous corruption, and because of the enormous system that all these parasite politicians that control our system in our country of Mexico, and they control our freedom, we cannot free, we cannot express, we cannot have a better life. So people migrate, people go to other countries to work on another people's land, to work on another people's farms, to work on other people's jobs. When we can have that, damn it, right here in our country. And we are taking advantage every time. This is why everybody and every country, we need to unite to fight the corrupt system and to fight all these corrupt, groups that they are affecting our lives, like the United States is right now designating and trying to designate Governor Greg Abbott of Texas, trying to designate the cartels as terrorists. When is it going to end? It's another lifetime and another lifetime and another lifetime. Is this the future that we want for our kids? I understand the people from Central America. Clearly, I understand them, but they don't understand us also as Mexicans. The people in Central America, they understand only themselves, but they don't understand our side also as Mexicans. As I stood one time with Ben Berquam in Guatemala in the middle of 2,000 migrants, explaining to them all the suffering that Mexico is going to right now. And I said to them, fight for your country, man. The only way to do this is to unite each other in every country, fight for against the corruption, against the poverty, against the political system, against the injustice. That is the only way that we are going to have a better life. To influx a border and to go migrating through borders and borders and borders with the enormous child trafficking, the enormous gun trafficking, the enormous sex trafficking, the enormous drug trafficking, to be migrated and under these circumstances is not the solution, right? The solution is to, damn it, everybody unite and fight for their country. If this was happening, believe me, the United States would say, hey, I will go to Guatemala and help. Believe me, the United States will say, hey, I want to help Mexico because we are going to have a great international relation and trade. Let's help them, jobs, because I'm going to profit as a capitalist country and he's going to profit as a capitalist country. President Bukele, what he just said to Tucker Carlson, it is better to invest in our people than our people to be migrating. It is best to have our people in our country, inside of our country, for our people to migrate and go to other countries and send money to our country. And then that money goes in and out, because if you're sending money from the United States to El Salvador, that means that the situation in El Salvador, it is not getting better. So people migrate, and it's a vicious cycle. And President Bukele was saying, this needs to stop. We need to fight for our country. And when he started saying that, leftist Democrats started attacking Bukele, started telling them, oh, he's a bad president. He's a narcissist. He just wants to be cool. That is the only way that we're going to defeat these globalists, these people that they're damaging our lives. They're not damaging just the system. They're damaging lives. You see these migrants, they're being taken advantage of. The other day when they were protesting at the border, it was sad to see children and it was sad to see women right there because of their necessity. But because these people, we are not educated into the fact that we need to fight for our land, we become those people that we just leave our country and then we suffer. When we are in another country and we look at our country and be like, I wish that I was in my country, man, eating that really good tacos and comida, you know, listening to that beautiful Mexican music, loving my parents, loving my people, and loving my land. My God, man, that is my land. And when you hear the mariachi playing and on another country, you're like, oh, you get that fire inside your body and your blood that burns, man. But you're in another country and you're not in your country. Why? Because your country is going through a horrible situation that you cannot live in it. But your culture is way, 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 way out. We need to fix a better infrastructure. Every country. It is time for the people, man, to stand and demand the governments and demand the system and demand all these corrupt and parasite politicians to do something for their people. Something for their people. Look at this. As I am reading to you guys, go and read this, please. Go and read these two documents from these two articles that they are posted by the Center of Immigration Studies. That is why are Central American migrants entering illegally, part 2, and there is also a part 1, which has more specifics and graphics about, you know, what we were talking about. But this is the Central of Immigration Studies. Now, let me tell you what is going on right now in Tapachula, a place that I have been there 3 times, a place that Ben Berquan has been there 2 times, that we have gone together to broadcast, and a place that Bottleneck News and my partner, Real Anthony Agüero, we have been there also. And we have seen how it is so open and how it's so irregular. This just happened right here. This. More than 1,000 migrants from Haiti just arrived to the border of Suchiate and crossed from Guatemala to Tapachula. Breaking news for everybody. More than 1,000. Why, Oscar? I thought the border was closed. The border's not closed anymore. Why is not Mexico closing their borders? You know why? You want me to tell you and you want me to be honest? but your feelings are not going to get hurt, right? Your feelings are not going to get hurt. This is the actual pictures of the migrants arriving to the majority, people from Haiti, and the population from Haiti. Let me tell you something, and don't get mad with me, because a lot of people are gonna be like, well, keep them over there, Oscar Blue. Don't say those comments, man. Don't say those hurtful comments. I will tell you something about the population of Haiti. When they arrive to Tijuana, they have been profitable migrants, man. They have done an enormous job on trying to adapt to our culture. That is the number one thing that the United States citizens are asking. If you want to migrate to our country, try to adapt to the American culture, right? Over here in Tijuana, they adapted real quick. A lot of them, they started getting jobs. And if you see all of them, and a lot of these, a lot of people that have come all the way to Tijuana to broadcast with me, they have seen migrants from Haiti in the streets selling, vendors as merchants, selling their own, their own merchandise. A lot of them have become barbers. A lot of them graduated from college. A lot of them, they're broadcasters. A lot of them, they're in their culture. A lot of them got married over here. A lot of them have created, a better life in Mexico. No problem with that. I have no problem with that. More than 11,000, they are now situated in Tapachula. And a lot of people are saying, Oscar, but why they're letting them in? And more than 1,000 entered. Look at this picture, man. Holy cow. Look at this picture. Now, with this picture that I'm showing you, this picture was from today that I'm showing to you right now. That I'm showing to you guys right now. This picture was from today. Now, let me ask you a question. I will ask you this question. Now, you have more than 1,000 right there that they just entered. And a lot of people are saying, why Mexico is letting them in? Do you want to know why? But you're not going to get your feelings hurt, right? Because a lot of people get their feelings hurt immediately. They're like, oh my God, I'm a Republican, Oscar. I am a Republican, and I will stand my ground, and I will defend. They're like, come on, leave that alone, man. I am a Democrat, and I stand for democracy, Oscar. And I won't let the democracy be stolen from us. Like, leave that alone, man. Leave your politics outside. You want me to tell you why? You want me to tell you why they're letting them in? It's just a simple sign that you can do with your hand. Is this. Money. Those $4 trillion that Joe Biden wants to release for immigration, for the countries to be protected in South America and Central America. Those $4 trillion. So you're this guy. Let me tell you how it is. You're this guy, right? You're Joe Biden. And you just tell Jen Psaki, hey, Jen Psaki, go in the press conference and tell everybody that you're going to militarize Mexico with 28,000 National Guard. Also tell the president of Honduras that you're going to ask him to militarize Honduras with 7,000. Also tell the Guatemala president 1,500. And also, don't go to El Salvador. That guy is going to kick our butt. Nayib Bukele is a really aggressive guy. Don't go there. Leave him alone. I'll negotiate with him later on, but leave him right there. So Jen Psaki gets out, right? She's like, we're going to militarize Mexico with a silent S. We're going to militarize Mexico with 28,000 National Guard. And also we're going to militarize Guatemala with 1,500. And also we're going to militarize Honduras with 7,000 police military. Everybody's like, oh, wow, they're going to militarize. Hey, and the journalists were like, hey, hold on a minute. Didn't Trump, they were criticizing Trump because they wanted to militarize the border. Now they're going to militarize. And not only that, they're going to militarize it double. Like, what the hell's going on? Hey, can I ask you a question? Yes, go ahead, Oscar Blue. Yes, Miss Jen Psaki. Back in the administration of Trump, you guys were criticizing Trump because he militarized with 15,000 in the National Guard during the tariffs agreement between Mexico and the United States of America. You guys were labeling him as a narcissist, dictator, fascist, everything. Let me circle back to you on that question. Right there, over there, Juan. Yes, the same question. Why you want to militarize the country when you were militarizing before? You were criticizing. Let me circle back to you right there. And let me circle back. And ain't no circle back, girl. So everything is circling back, right? Right? So now you got 4 trillion that Joe Biden said, I'm going to let them go to Mexico, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala. Right? 4 trillion. So you're asking a country to be militarized and to be doing something to protect their borders, right? Ah, sí. ¿Y tu paleta de qué la quieres? You know? Obrador is saying, oh, yeah, you want me to militarize my country? Oh, yeah. So, a cambio de qué? So, what are you going to give me? You want me to militarize my country. What are you going to give me? So, basically, they have the United States borders by the cojones. By the cojones. 4 billion. Sorry, 4 billion, not trillion. 4 billion. By the cojones. So, if AMLO says, you want me to militarize, you want me to protect my border, show me the money. You know, the Guatemala president is exactly saying, you know, Kamala, yeah, we talked on the phone and she's coming over here. And I talked to Joe Biden also, but we haven't come to an agreement on protecting our borders. What is he telling you? We haven't. Show me the money. No, the Honduras president, Juan Orlando Hernandez, the guy that is a disgrace for his country, is a traitor for his country, and the worst president, I think, that worse than Nicolás Maduro, it is Juan Orlando Hernandez. He's the worst president. 4 billion. I just corrected myself. 4 billion is the worst president and possibly the whole continent of America. That is Juan Orlando Hernandez, the worst president. When they told Juan Orlando Hernandez, you need to militarize your country with 7,000. Jen Psaki just said it. Oh, yeah. Y su dulce de qué la quiere? Su nieve de qué la quiere? Oh, yeah. And she wants an ice cream also. What flavor? Lemon? You know, Oreo? Oreo is good. She wants an Oreo ice cream. That will be nice. Show me the money. Right? So because the United States has not released, like all these nonprofit organizations that they're located right here in our city of Tijuana, and also they are located in Juarez, and also they are located in Matamoros, all these activist groups, they're waiting for the money. That's what the activists are saying to the migrants. Stay in the migrant camp. Don't leave, please. Don't leave. Stay. Hey, but I can go to a shelter and I can have a clean bed, a warm bath, everyday food. And plus, you know, they got church services and they got educational programs, and you have a lot of people going into shelters like Pastor Alberto, that he has a phenomenal shelter, which he's treating migrants correctly and it is clean and all this kind of stuff. No, don't go to a shelter. They're going to treat you bad. Stay right here in this little circle. Stay, don't leave, because we're waiting for the money. Right? Hijos de la jodida. These are pictures of them right now, man. This is so sad because they are under the assumption. Look at this. Look at this. This is horrible, man. This is the situation right now in Tapachula. We were right there. Anthony, Ben, and I were right there. This is in the Comar, the Commission of Refugees. We were exactly right there doing interviews. Look at this. Look at this conglomerate of people, man. Look at this, man. Holy cow. People that they're asking, if you guys want to buy me a coffee and you can contribute to my work, buy me a coffee. The link is on top. Thank you so much. God bless. This is the population that just entered. This right here. More than 1,000. Right here. It's unbelievable, huh? And you don't see the left saying anything about it. They're not going to say anything about it. ¿Hasta crees que van a decir algo? No. Estás pero si bien loco. They're not going to say nothing about it. Nothing. You remember. They're not going to say nothing, man. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Everything. They're going to say everything is okay. Everything is all right. You know? You're going to say, oh, no, everything is okay. Everything is all right. Everything is fantastic. If you know what I mean. Nothing is going on over there. Why they're not protecting the borders? Well, you got to give them the money or come to an agreement. Remember how Donald Trump had that agreement with, with Mexico under the tariff agreement? Donald Trump was like, okay, I'll tell you something. Donald Trump was sitting down right here and he said, okay, Mexico wants to have us by the cojones, right? All right. Okay. All right. The Mexican government, not the Mexican people, for all you pamphlets and cornflakes that they're out there. Oh my God, he's betraying his own people. He's betraying his own Mexican people. Oh my God. If you want to get betrayed, there's always another Mexican. Get the hell out of here with your theater. It's reality, facts in check. Get your facts check, man. Fact check yourself. Donald Trump was sitting down and said, like, oh, so they want to bring that globalist agenda, next to Trudeau over there in Canada, huh? Ándale pues, cabrón. Okay. Tariff them. Give them 5% on avocado, on beer. Avocado. Mexicans like carne asadas. They're gonna need avocado. Hijo de tu. No le pongas impuesto al aguacate. Get the avocado. Put the contacts on the avocado. Just don't put it on the beer, Trump. Just don't leave the beer alone. Leave the beer. Put 5% on the beer also. Hijo de la. Oh, man. That's our weekend, man. Don't do that. 5% on the beer. What else, Mr. Trump? We are profiting. We are number 2 for the automobile industry. They have all the manufacturers and all the maquiladoras in the other side of the border, right? Tariff on the automobile industry. Believe me, they're going to stop it. So you get Toyota, Honda, Mazda, Hyundai, Ford, all the manufacturing companies, they're in Mexico. So as soon as they started saying they're going to put a tariff, the Mexican president was like, hold on a minute. Hold on. Don't do that. I'll fix it immediately. Was that simple? That simple. Do things right, and you will not get sanctioned. Respect Mexican sovereignty, President AMLO, and you will not have these kind of problems. Respect yourself and respect the Mexican people and respect the Mexican Constitution and respect the Mexican law and put Mexicans first. Humanity also. Help other people. Yes, absolutely. American citizens, they are giving also. They want to help other people. Absolutely. Absolutely. Peace and love and always your country first. We cannot help other people if we cannot help ourselves. I remember talking to this activist, and he was telling me, I said, all right, you're using hypothetical examples. Let me tell you something. If you're inside your house and you have a family problem and you're economically and financially, struggling so much, and you only have food to bring to your table, to your family, to your wife, to your kids, and you only can provide for that, what would you do if you only can provide for that? And he told me that's the difference. My country can provide for everybody. Oh, wow. I said, where you're standing, I said to him, look where you're standing. And he looked at me in the eyes. You're not standing in your country. You're standing in my country. My country cannot provide for that. Reality check in your brain. If you think your country of the United States of America can provide for everybody, use that mentality over there on the other side of the fence. Over here, we're trying to live on an everyday basis. Completely different worlds, brother. It's not the same. Not the same. How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. An hour, man. I extended myself. Cannot extend that more, man. I'm 5'6". Short Mexican, man. Cannot extend myself, but let's use it for the love of God. I extended myself to 1 hour. For everybody that is watching, How's everybody doing? God bless every single one of you. Buy me a coffee is on the top. Thank you so much if you want to contribute to my work. Follow my partner, Real Anthony Agüero, and all platforms that exist in this world. He has 20 million platforms. So if you see a platform, a social media platform that it was just invented, go type Real Anthony Agüero and he's going to be there. I'm just tired to say all the platforms, man. It's just so exhausting. You can follow me at YouTube, Facebook, and my public figure page, Instagram, Rumble, and also Telegram, my channel at Telegram. I want to thank, people that donated right now and buy me a coffee. Ms. Mary Yates, thank you so much. There was another person that it was an unknown person that donated 4 coffees. Thank you so much. God bless you. Ms. Brenda Hend, thank you so much. Miss Eva Skilly, thank you so much. Another Miss Eva, thank you so much. And other people that they didn't put their names. They want to be anonymous. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. So we will talk a little bit later on the afternoon. I will be doing a live feed in Spanish for people that are watching exactly the same live feed. Just to remind you guys, if you want to travel to Europe, remember, you got to have your card now. Okay? Bam, bing, bing, bam. Psh, psh, psh. Just for everybody to know. God bless you all. Oh, before I go, man, follow Ben Bergquam at Real America's Boys News. And also you can follow Will Johnson and Unite America First. God bless you all. Stay safe. And like we always say, people, peace and love. Because always your country's first. God bless.
Y ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days, and it's been weeks, and he hasn't said anything. Espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the best sacrifice for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! Porque la Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.